Oh wait, that's the wrong GIF.
That's a good GIF.
It's a good GIF. I misclicked. I was gonna post this one. He's in his normal suit.
Oh, I know that. Is that the boy who's being groomed?
No, that's...
You would not believe how little that narrows it down.
Oh, come on, man! Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Bog Frog Book Pod. As always, I am joined by a man who just cannot stop saying slurs, James.
Hey, what's up? I have a lot of personal feelings.
And his Japanese girlfriend who is just like, I think I can fix him, Seth.
I think that, I over there, hark, I think I see my brother.
Oh. And as always,
no, he's all fucked up and evil now. Oh man.
And he's bald, the worst sin of all.
Oh, he's got a scar. Oh fuck.
And as always, I am that double page spread, and I think in chapter 26 that has all the dinosaurs. And I'm like, yeah, now that's a fucking page.
The entire ending of rereading the entire end of that, I was like, Ren's probably freaking the fuck out right now.
I started freaking out when that guy got scratched in the face and was like, the dinosaurians! I'm like, no way, they're back! I was really, the entire time I was just thinking, okay, so it's probably like they use dinosaurian tech and that's how they wrap it back around, but nah, my goats are just full stop.
Yeah, they went underground and they were like, we're gonna figure it out. And by golly.
Waited like a decade, made some biological superstructures, shit's rad as hell. Rad as hell shit. Oh fuck, I'm pull up the docket. I'm not professional.
God damn it. God.
Fuck,
well,
man.
while you're doing that,
no, wait, but
the dot.
Damn it! But oh, okay.
I like a couple days ago. I don't remember when. The 15th. When was that? 3 days ago. I beat.
Who knows?
Who fucking cares?
.hack / infection. The first game in the .hack series. Do either of you know a single goddamn thing about .hack?
I played the ones that are... I played a little bit of the first one that is on the PlayStation 4 remaster.
The GU games.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that, and I thought, cute. And then I didn't play it anymore.
Yeah, so .hack is a...
I didn't get to say anything.
What do you think? What do you know about .hack?
A buddy of mine has all the volumes on their shelf in their apartment. Whenever I go in, I look at it, I'm like, why do they like it so much? They have it displayed in their living room.
Hell yeah. So, .hack is a massive multimedia series. Technically, it started as an anime. Well, I mean, it started production as, they wanted to make a multimedia thing. But the first thing to ever come out of .hack is .hack Sign, which I have seen. Very good anime. People, my entire life have been telling me that anime is really boring. They're fucking stupid.
Well, that's the sign.
Many such cases.
The first sign that an anime is really, really good.
Yeah, it's just literally everybody, every reviewer on YouTube my entire life is like, yeah, .hack Sign's probably important or whatever, but it's really boring, it's really slow. And it is really slow. But it's really good. One of the best
some boring
soundtracks.
Fucking horse shit.
One of the best soundtracks in any anime ever. But
okay,
watch
that's pretty high praise.
But mainly I want to talk about that first game. .hack is a series about a little guy named Kite. At least the first 4 games on the PS2. About a little guy named Kite who is an 8th grader, or Japanese equivalent of an 8th grader.
Wherever that works out.
Yeah, however that ends up. Who joins this really big MMO called The World. Which is augmented, well, not augmented reality. It's you put on a virtual reality headset and also use your controller.
Oh, so it's a Sword Art Online knockoff.
Before Sword Art Online.
That is also incorrect. Their consciousness is added to the video game Sword Art Online, so...
Yeah, it's different. This is
come
you're
on.
not. There is consciousnesses being put into the game, but that's a different thing.
Okay.
But play this game. You're like hanging out with your good friend Orca, who may or may not be a legendary player, Orca of the Azure Sky, or no?
Oh my god.
Azure Sea, I think, and then I think it's Balmog of the Azure Sky. Maybe, who knows? And you're fucking around with them. You're fucking around. You're learning the ropes of the world. When suddenly a weird girl with white hair shows up, and she's like, and then a big fucking dude, a big fucking creature shows up and just destroys your friend's in-game avatar while he's freaking the fuck out. And then the next day, you can't contact him.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good.
No idea what's going on. And then later, not much later, like a little bit later, you find out, you get news that he's in a coma, mysteriously.
Oh.
And also, your character model suddenly has this new bracelet that may or may not let you manipulate game code or manipulate fucked up game things.
Shouldn't be able to do that.
Lets you perform this thing called data drain, which lets you just mess around with infected enemies and shit.
Oh, fuck.
You're given a debugging toolkit.
You're giving a debugging toolkit, except all of the administrators are like, "What is that?"
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
How are you doing this? And a bunch of people are like, "So what's up with that fucked up bracelet?" And you're like, "I don't know." But
who's to say?
Couldn't fucking tell you.
Dot Hack Infection is the first of 4 games. Which IMOQ, Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine, which makes up the initial Dot Hack game series. I'm a little bit into Mutation as well now, but they're action RPGs that are very much modeled off of like old MMOs. I mean, this came out in like 2003, I want to say.
All right,
maybe 2002.
Right. 2002.
Yeah, 2000. The first 3 games came out in 2002.
You could just do that.
You could just do that in 2002. But very much based on like old MMOs, you are interfacing a lot with like, fake emails and news sites and all this shit. You're meeting new people, you're getting to know them, you're adding them to your party, blah, 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 blah. Very cozy video game. I fucking adore this game. It is one of the most comforting things I've ever played in my entire life.
Okay, pretty sick.
Like, I have no affection. I have no like real experience or affection with like that era of MMO. Like think like Final Fantasy 11 or like maybe EverQuest.
I was going like RuneScape, Ultima Online.
No, this is like
Phantasy
you don't
Star
after that.
Maybe the problem is
the original Phantasy Star definitely.
Yeah,
okay.
Phantasy Star Online.
Yeah, that one.
But
on the Dreamcast,
a lot of stuff
So
were like something I did not know about old MMOs. I'm so used to like you have like your hotbar or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm used to that, and then I'm playing Dot Hack, and it's like, you basically pause the game and open up a menu to use like, every skill.
That's so much.
And at first, it's a little clunky, and maybe forever it's a little clunky. But I just eventually got used to it because I'm not a fucking coward. The only problem I really have with this. I really like it's comically incomplete. Like this is 100% like you're not really playing like 4 different games. You're playing like one massive game that happens to be in 4 different packages.
You're playing the first disc of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, basically.
That
that is basically how it is. That's how it feels. Like your playtime in that first game will transfer over to the second game. Like I guess you can transfer all of your bullshit over to the next one, and it kept the like 30 hours or whatever that I put into it.
Jesus,
and that's everything. That's like I did. I mean, not literally.
You were
everything.
full on completionist with it.
Yeah, I was like I did all the the side quests. I maxed out everybody's like affection, whatever the fuck. I did all the bullshit I could because I was having a lot of fun and I wanted to do it all. That game doesn't really explain to you what it expects of you.
Sure.
At all. I had to do a lot of like my own research to be like, so like, why am I not doing as much damage as I feel like I should? And they're like, yeah, so you're not gonna want to like really focus on like the level of your weapon necessarily. You really need to pay attention to like elemental bonuses and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I mostly just like destroyed the game. Pretty easy.
Nice.
Just buried it.
After a certain point, once I figured out like, okay, this is what it expects of me, then you just kind of do it. Not very long. I mean, like I said, I did 30 hours, and that's like doing everything, and that's not even doing everything like efficiently necessarily.
Sure. Okay.
That's a good amount of grinding. That's doing all the side quests. That's wasting time because I had no fucking idea where I was supposed to go on a few occasions.
Yeah.
Great game. I'm really excited to play Mutation. And another cool thing. Dot Hack is super fucking expensive if you want to buy those original games on like
they're like
actual
super cult.
The fourth game is the second most expensive game on the PS2 right now.
Really? That's fucking crazy.
Wait, what's number one?
Rule of Rose.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
it's Rule of Rose. Yeah.
Okay. And one of the reasons, one, like by the fourth game, like, you know, there's not, I think it was pretty hard, probably just hard to find in general. Not a lot of people are probably grabbing that.
Ooh.
But also, when you buy the game, you get one 45-minute episode of an OVA.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
That after you beat the game, you watch the corresponding episode of Dot Hack Liminality, which is what our various characters doing outside of the game. In the real, because you never actually like really get to see that.
That's
in the game
awesome.
itself, it is really cool. That first episode was real interesting. I'm having a great time. It's just really funny how little this first game explains to you. Like, there's all these questions that it raises. It does not answer a single goddamn one of them.
Good,
like, not even a little bit. The most like closure you get, like in like an arc sense, is there's the fucked up creature that hurts your friend, and you fight him as the final boss. You fight that creature as the final boss, and that's all you get, really.
Does it not explain what the creature is?
You get like a little bit. You get like some teasing that it's like, it's fucked up, man.
Okay, I do fuck with that the explanation is, dog, you don't even want to mess with that shit, dude.
And then a bigger creature shows up, and then it's like, and our battle was only beginning. And then it's like,
Hells yeah.
Maybe Dot Hack is really good.
It's really good. Maybe I potentially convinced a coworker to start playing it.
That's pretty sick, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty cool. But yeah, I had a great time with it. More when I get done. I did buy the GU games because they were like $5 recently on Steam.
Yeah, they're dirt cheap constantly.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that collection bombed really hard.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Who knew that porting specifically the second series in a 7, not even 7, like an 8 or 9 game saga, which I know, like, you can start with those games. They're apparently like not disconnected. There's definitely like some stuff in there, but like they're mostly their own thing. But
okay,
when I remember when I was playing it, I didn't have that feeling of like, what, who, what? I was outside of like the character from the cover of the box art of the last game shows up and he's evil, and I'm like, oh, okay, I something happened there, I guess.
It's
like,
this guy.
Something's going on.
I do have to. I've been clicking around the wiki as I am want to do, and I'm looking at Dot Hack Versus. Have you looked at this thing?
A little bit.
It is a fighting game for the PS3 that was bundled on the same disc as Dot Hack the movie.
Oh.
So you'd buy the disc and you'd put it in your PlayStation, and you could watch the movie or play the fighting game.
That fucking rocks.
It's so cool.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty gas. That's pretty awesome.
I think the last thing that has come out for this franchise. I think there was a mobile game, and before that, there's like a movie about artificial reality, or augmented reality. It's all artificial reality, but I'll get there.
You'll get there.
It's fun. Dot hack, cool.
A+. Now,
Hell yeah.
is Tokyo Ghoul A+, Ren? Only you can tell us.
It depends on the type of ghoul it is. It might even be an SSS class ghoul, which would be pretty frightening. I'm gonna put it out there. I'd be afraid if I encountered a ghoul of that high a rating, you know?
I think it'd be fun.
I don't think I'd be fun.
I just want to wait. Sorry, I just need to say Seth posted something in our chat.
I know. I'm gonna take a
file
look.
named Zaku Snuff Film. Sorry, carry on. I was
looking for it.
Thanks, man. That's
yeah.
really killer work we're all doing today. Are you both familiar with the work known as Tokyo Ghoul?
I've read it. I've read all
You've
of
read
it.
it.
Basically, not at all.
Okay. Have you also
My main
read?
ex-
Okay. Wait. What are you saying, James?
I was gonna say my main exposure is talking with our good friend about the Russian subculture it has spawned.
I think about it all the time.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
I recommend every one of our listeners go and look up Russian ghoul culture. It's really
Kinda hard
shocking.
to find on the English web, but you can find it.
You can
You'll
figure it out.
You'll figure it out. You've also read Re, I imagine, my friend?
Yes, I read both of them before I started reading Choujin X.
Oh, so you read them, like, relatively recently, then?
Yeah, like 2 years ago or so.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I read both comics a long while back, was, like, reading Re a little bit while it was coming out, and then fell off of it, and then got back onto it. Tokyo Ghoul occupies a really specific place in my brain. Kaneki was the first and only character I've ever cosplayed as.
Hell
But
Yo! Yeah!
I think I was a, oh god, this ties into the thing I was about to talk about, but decided not to. I was going to see the premiere of the Boruto movie while I was still really into Naruto at New York Comic Con. And I was like, I need to cosplay as a character for a Comic Con. How could I not? And I'm like, well, there's only one thing better than Naruto. Tokyo Ghoul. And now there are a lot of things I think are better than both Naruto and Tokyo Ghoul, which is fine. But I still am rereading Tokyo Ghoul because it rocks. And I needed something easy and comforting to get down. For James, the uninitiated, and the audience, the uninitiated, it's about a young man in Kaneki.
Young man.
Who likes books and not much else because he's a pretty boring dude. He's just like us. All of us young 18-year-old men in love with women older than us, who then decide to murder us. Is that true? Has that happened to all?
To you?
That happened to me once.
That makes sense.
That almost
tried to eat you, and then a bunch of shit fell on her, and then they gave you her organ.
Yeah, I've had a really complicated life. I don't.
Checks out.
This all checks out. This is all real. And then I wake up and I'm like, damn, want to know what I love? Kafka's The Metamorphosis. That shit's just like me for real, but not actually though. And then it turns into Shonen Kafka's The Metamorphosis, which is very silly. That fuck ass kaiju manga, Kaiju number 8, also tried to do that, but it's boring.
Just like a guy.
But he's just like so Tokyo Ghoul is a vampire comic, essentially.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hitting on a lot of the same, like, fucking visual and narrative beats of, like, fucked up things parallel to humans that you can't make out as humans that are usually, like, attractive people in their early to mid-20s. James, what the fuck is this?
Tokyo Ghoul. 10
What's
most
the most
tragic
tragic
deaths
death in
ranked.
Tokyo Ghoul?
Why is Rize there? She just tries to kill a boy.
Yeah, because she's a
Rize's
hot older
number
woman.
10.
Rize's number 10, okay. James, stop posting videos.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
That was the first thing that came up when I searched Tokyo Ghoul.
I'm gonna be real. I'm looking at these. I don't think I remember a single one of these characters. No, okay, I remember number 5.
You don't remember Yukinori Shinohara, CCG mentor?
Gonna be real.
What makes Yukinori's death tragic?
Why the fuck is
Doesn't die
Ihei?
right away.
Who the fuck is Ihei?
His coma deeply affects Juzo.
Mato is such a funny one to put up there. His whole thing is that he just gets hard from killing ghouls. Then is like, I need to murder this child. She'll make a killer sword. It's like, all right, dude, you gotta relax.
Big fan of Kuzan Yoshimura. What makes Kuzan's death tragic? Body used for experimentation. Symbolizes the tragic cycle of violence.
Tater seeks revenge. Fuck.
No, it didn't say that part.
What makes this death tragic? Hype moments and aura.
I'm such a big fan.
That is basically what number 1 is.
Well, no, yeah, that fight's fucking crazy, and the entire reason it's just
a really
like,
good fight.
Damn, he's just fucking sick, ain't he? That's when Kaneki is like, maybe I shouldn't kill myself in front of my dad who isn't my dad, but I have complicated feelings with. Ree's crazy. I'm excited to get to that in my reread.
Dude, Ree, people were really shitting on it when it came out, I remember. I like it more than base Tokyo Ghoul by like a lot.
I think the bulk of it is a lot more compelling than much of Tokyo Ghoul. I think that first bit of Tokyo Ghoul, crazy.
The first
rad.
bit rocks.
The second bit, so slow. What the fuck? Nothing happens. It's great in a lot of parts, and then really, really boring in a lot of other parts. I stand by that. The latter half of Ri feels like a man who just desperately wants to make Choujin X.
It's just like God, so desperately being like, I do not want to write this stupid fucking bullshit that I've been doing. What if I made giant fucking crazy monsters?
What if I just had the serious resolution be that Kaneki turns into demon god and then kills his vestigial corpse? That would be crazy, right?
It would be pretty crazy.
He's so fucking cool.
I also remember, like, one of the first interactions I ever had with, like, wider Tokyo Ghoul fandom was after Kaneki had sex.
Yeah! Yeah, that was crazy!
And people were freaking the fuck out because they're like, why does he cry?
No, seriously, it's so fucking funny though when he cries. Like, you're 17, you're reading Tokyo Ghoul, and then the dude busts for the first time in his entire life and starts weeping. It's like, oh my god, this is too much to handle.
Rocks. Dude, rock.
That scene fucking rocks, man.
People were pissed. I don't know why.
Yeah, they were pissed. People hated that Kaneki has feelings. He's just too woke, epic aura monger.
With the love of his whole life.
Oh, man. James.
Now has rad teeth mask.
I really hate that this looks like it was made in 2011, and it was definitely made this year.
Yeah, let me click on the Reddit post this is from. It's from 4 months ago.
That sucks! Oh, I think Dandandan will occupy the same space as Tokyo Ghoul did for a lot of young people.
That's unfortunate.
It really is unfortunate, because I think Tokyo Ghoul is saying something a lot more of the time, and Dandandan compensates for its lack of message a bulk of the time by, having a lot of jokes about sexual assault and rape, which I think is a bad exchange.
Yeah, not quite as good. Do you remember the crazy, what's it called? Fuck, the conspiracy theory about Ishida Sui? And how people thought
that he was going to take up. Yeah.
No, that people thought he was Togashi.
Yes, I do. And then, because he was making all those fucking cryptic posts at certain points.
I love a cryptic post.
Like, and he did end up doing a, like, one-shot.
And it's fucking good.
Yeah, he
that
did
one shot rocks.
Yeah, he did a HunterxHunter one shot about Hisoka's backstory, which is it's a really fucking good one shot.
That's fucking killer, dude.
But like, yeah, people were like, yeah, like HunterxHunter is all done, like freehand, like analog.
It's not.
And Ishida Sui is Togashi's alter ego when he wants to do digital work. Like, dude, he's dying. That is an old man who is dying.
Yeah. Oh,
Ishida Sui is like a young person.
He's like, I think when he started Tokyo Ghoul, that was like late 20s. Like, he's doing fine. I mean, I think he lost his sense of smell at one point from overwork, which was crazy. What a fucking story. Yeah, that was such a weird period of like anime fucking fandom lore that really had very little basis, but was like, we can make it make sense.
Desperation,
Yeah, just pure desperation.
It's
like, what is this accomplishing?
Nothing at all. Oh fuck! I was reading up on Ishida recently, and it was just like, yeah, before he was a fucking comic artist, he was a fucking tattoo artist. I'm like, that makes so much fucking sense.
So much fucking sense. Of course he was.
I feel like that dude's self-insert OC is the fucking mask maker, Uta.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
That guy's so fucking cool. I was like, oh man.
Had a vice grip on like a large section of my high school.
Uta specifically or Tokyo Ghoul?
I mean both, but yeah, specifically Uta.
I knew a kid who would wear that damn mask like all the time in high school.
That's unfortunate.
I did not know him. He was very quiet. He was around.
I believe it, man. Are you telling me that kid's not a fucking social butterfly, dude?
No.
The Kaneki mask?
No.
I have just entered the section of the story in my reread where Kaneki's like, I need to figure out where the doctor is so I can kill him after getting my answers. I'm like, alright. A different doctor. Dr. Kano. A Japanese man, not a British man.
The Tokyo Ghoul survival action video game, Tokyo Ghoul Call to Exist?
I probably won't. It looks unfun. It did when it came out too.
It's on PC though.
I know. There is a fucking like a visual novel. I think
you can buy for $5.99 right now.
Okay, now you're kind of. Wait a second.
It's $5. That's $6 whole ass dollars.
That's $6 you could be putting towards buying Killer 7 instead.
That's also really true. Oh fuck! I could buy Killer 7.
You could buy Killer 7 and save $1.
I really do want to play Killer 7, so you're making a really compelling point. Oh fuck!
If you play and beat Killer 7 before James does, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Hey, you know what? I just finished my last exam practical for the next few weeks. Maybe that's the reality we live in.
I buy Killer 7 for James 4 years ago.
God.
Hey, I bought you plenty of games you haven't beat.
Yeah, but none of them are as important as Killer 7.
That I think is true. There is a Tokyo Ghoul game called Tokyo Ghoul Jail that looks crazy and I want to play it, but there's been no fan translation. And I'm desperate to know what it's about.
Baxter,
please translate my mid VA, please. I need it.
Baxter, save me.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying my reread of Tokyo Ghoul. I'll probably give an update once I'm a bit of a way through Tokyo Ghoul and to see if I still enjoy it a good deal. Get to my boy Kuki Yuri, my good friend, who just keeps losing his mind in that comic.
Fucking wrong.
And I think his design is really cool. I remember being so excited for that fucking Tokyo Ghoul anime, and I was like, of course they're not gonna fuck it up, and they did, and that's okay. That happens, but
this is why I just don't excited for anime anymore.
This is why you know what you can't fuck up.
79 Ways to Die in Space.
Exactly.
Do we want to start here, or do you guys want to finish your thing first?
I mean,
can do
that's-
whatever.
That's essential. Wait, what do you mean? Is this all one thing?
This is all Gundam.
Oh my god. Okay.
I've
yeah, we can
only
talk-
watched I've only done Gundam for like 2 weeks.
Oops, all Gundam.
Oops, all Gundam.
I'm voting to go through our shit first, so we can just have the Gundam
Yes, that's
block,
what
and I can dissociate for the next hour.
You're welcome.
This will be good for you. All right, let's talk about
Oh man.
David The Rock Nelson. James, do you recognize that name yet?
I do, because I've been listening to a shit ton of Important Cinema Club, and they talk about this guy a decent amount, specifically the Werewolf movie he did.
Exactly. Okay. David The Rock Nelson is an Illinois-based filmmaker. I believe he started making movies in either the late 80s or early 90s. Can't remember
That sounds
exactly.
right.
But he it's an interesting fella. For a long time, the only way that you could get anything he's ever made is by mailing him and getting it sent to you. And allegedly, if you do this, you will become friends with him.
This is what I remember hearing as well, yes.
Alright.
He will contact you frequently.
Jesus Christ.
He will send people messages on Facebook every day. He will call you if he can find your number.
That's too much.
So David The Rock Nelson, sometime last year, Vinegar Syndrome, or specifically the Vinegar Syndrome partner label, Saturn's Core, released David The Rock Nelson Collection Volume 1, which features 4 of his short films, Son of the Werewolf, two Adventures of Janet short films, versus Nosferatu and versus the Werewolf.
Pretty sick.
And the big one, the holy grail, the reason you're buying the set is it comes with Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf. Conrad Brooks is a guy who used to be in a few, he was in a lot of Ed Wood's movies. He was in Glen or Glenda. He was in Plan 9 from Outer Space. He was in Jailbait. I think he was in multiple of his horror movies. Apparently just used to be a good drinking buddy with Ed Wood. And ended up in a bunch of his movies because I'm sure he worked for very little.
Yeah, he was around.
And this is David The Rock Nelson, who self-identifies as the Ed Wood of the 90s.
What?
Somehow I don't believe it. Somehow I don't. Doesn't sound right, but...
Went to Baltimore to film Conrad Brooks, a man who I believe was 60-something at the time, maybe late 60s, early 70s. He died when he was 68 in 2017.
Damn.
Sometime in his 60s. And also just grabbed Conrad Brooks' 2 brothers, 2 significantly older brothers, to be in this movie that is literally just starts with one of Conrad Brooks' brothers walking down the street burping and whatever the fuck, drunk as hell, and then a werewolf attacks him. And then
I hate it when that happens.
It keeps happening in broad daylight. They do not have permits for this shit either.
I would be shocked.
That's so good.
And then Conrad Brooks' other brother goes up to and it's oh my god, oh fuck. They find Conrad Brooks, who walks on the screen just full of charisma, an absolute star. And it's just oh fuck, the werewolf killed my brother. I'm gonna get that werewolf. And then they spend the next 30 minutes just walking around, running around a fucking graveyard. He has like an Uzi. He has an Uzi in his hand, and in the middle of it, he's just like, "Fuck, this don't got any silver bullets. I just thought of that."
All right,
He kind of throws it
pretty good.
away. The werewolf, played by David the Rock Nelson himself, is going around like climbing on tombs,
Oh
kissing
god!
statues,
All right,
just being kind of a nuisance. And eventually Conrad Brooks is going around looking at different like tombstones, and it's just like, that reminds me of my good friend Tor Johnson from that film Plan 9 from Outer Space. And then they go on this massive, for the last legitimately 15 minutes of this movie, Conrad Brooks is running over a dummy of a werewolf with a car over and over again, and he keeps saying, "This one's for the Marines. This one's for Bela Lugosi."
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking throw up. What
Just
the
like-
fuck?
It just
That's the
keeps
werewolf.
going. Just fucking keeps going. There's also, like, right before that, there's a scene where it's like they're pretending to run him over, and it's David the Rock Nelson laying in front of, like, a little bit in front of the car, while Conrad Brooks, like, drives up a little bit, and then he pretends to get hit. Which, the bravest man to ever live.
I mean, seriously, good God.
The scariest shit of all time.
This is insane fucking shit.
There was, from like basically like halfway through onward, I could not stop laughing at this movie.
Thank
With
God.
this movie, some like legit, it's only like 46 minutes or some shit. There's this collection comes with like a fuck ton of bonus features, by the way, which I haven't gotten to really like get into.
I bet those are so good, though.
There's a fucking there's a introduction to Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf that David the Rock Nelson did that is as long as Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf.
Holy shit.
It's like unwieldy. I can't wait. I want so bad for them to release another collection of his movies, a volume 2, because
I hope so.
his other movies are like demonically long.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean by demonically long, my brother?
I think another one of his big ones is a movie called Devil Ant, and I think it's 170 minutes.
No, I'm good.
Holy shit.
Nah,
That's
fuck that.
so much.
Yeah, the Devil Ant, which is I think it's 170. Sorry, it's just 105 minutes, but it is mostly.
Okay, thank God.
It is mostly just David the Rock Nelson getting this like red ant thing and like throwing it at famous people at a convention and then screaming, "The Devil Ant!"
That sucks. That
It's
fucking
incredible.
blows ass.
It's beautiful. Sometimes people just, make movies. And I think that's lovely. Fuck, there's the giant horny toad monster, which is 201 minutes long.
Sucks.
How?
I don't know. Half horny toad, half man. I don't even know how you find this.
The Pumpkin Man from 2004, 203 minutes?
The Pumpkin Man.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
wait. Sorry, this is on Letterboxd, and I'm pretty certain he wrote the description for this movie. Because I did 5 Pumpkin Man movies from 1991 to 2004. Enjoy! Your fiend, David Rock Nelson, B-Monster Movie Maker.
So, like, are you sitting locked in the entire time you're watching this? Or are you, like, you're on your phone, like, at least a little?
I'm a little. There was a couple moments, when he's like making out with a statue for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, like that's. Oh God, man.
Eventually, I kind of like I look down, but I'm locked in more than you'd expect.
All right.
I mean,
can't
that's
hate,
only
fair.
40 minutes. Legitimately, out of all of these, the one that was like the hardest to get through was Son of the Werewolf, and that's only like 20 minutes, and it's like pretty funny. The two Adventures of Janet short films are also really funny because it's like this is just some woman that you that you just happen to know, and she's a goddamn star. Okay, she's doing it. She's doing the damn thing.
Doing the damn thing.
I had a great time. I'm gonna dive into some of these insane bonus features. I want to watch Bigfoot wreaks havoc so bad.
This fucking poster killed me, dude.
What a name.
He has a YouTube channel. He just released a 10-minute trailer for a movie called The Mummy Runs Amok.
That's good.
It is good.
The Mummy runs amok.
The Mummy runs amok.
I want more people like David the Rock Nelson.
It's beautiful.
I don't know, man. 170 is too long.
It is too long.
It's
what about 201?
About 149.
No.
I really need them to release another volume so I can get into those and just die.
What do you mean, dude?
I'm just gonna put them on and
sink
be
into your couch.
It's just one of those things where I look at that and I'm like, I can do it. I can watch it.
I get that.
I back in your casket.
159 minutes Demon Monster from Outer Space. These are movies with 4 people in them, by the way.
He's credited with a short called Bush versus Saddam Insane.
Yeah, now Saddam Insane, reoccurring character.
Whoa!
There are multiple Saddam Insane things.
Okay, you know what?
There's Frankenstein versus Saddam Insane from 1991. Maybe there's only 2. Am I stupid? I thought there was more.
Are you lying? Are you lying to us?
I swear to God.
Oh my God, Saddam Insane is just that's such a
3,
good
son
name.
of Devilant?
No, the Mad Doctor meets Saddam Insane, but it seems like this is a lost film.
If he ever discovers we talked about this, we'll never hear the end of it.
Oh man, I hope so. Please contact me. My phone number.
Well, we do have an email at bogfrogbookpod@gmail.com.
Please come on the pod. I love this.
It's good. More should do this.
I'm not making fun of this at all. I had a great time. I rated it 5 stars on Letterboxd.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, damn, that's so much fucking movie, dude. Does he edit?
I don't know.
Definitionally.
We'll have to ask him.
Now we gotta know. An auteur.
Auteur.
Speaking of auteur.
God, you guys are fucking caricatures.
You are you the author of Slaying the Spire?
Some could say that roguelike deck builders are all about being an auteur of your own destiny by making choices that have consequences later on. They create a tapestry.
I do remember
James,
reading that in one of those French texts that right next to them talking about Jerry Lewis.
What? What are you guys talking about?
That's where auteur theory came from.
Come on!
I don't fucking know. I'm not on your guys' fucking shit, dude. Y'all's brains are broken.
No.
Talk about Slay the Spire. Talk about your fucking roguelike deck builder.
Oh, fuck you. Whatever. I have been having a very good time with Slay the Spire recently. I have played it a good chunk. What?
Likely thing for you to do.
Explain.
It's a good video game.
Okay.
It's a good video game, and it's a fun time.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
smile when I play it.
I smile when I play it. I've been having a great time. I did yell at the computer yesterday, though, and I was like, I need to get off. I've been playing for too long. Because it's evil and it's bad. But Slay the Spire, you both know what the fuck this game is. I imagine the audience probably does. Roguelike deck builder.
My mother doesn't.
Your mother? Oh, yeah!
No.
I can't. I'm not allowed to say. I'm not allowed to address her, so I'm just going to address the audience.
Don't.
I'm not allowed to.
Don't look her in the eyes.
I know. I was told I'm not allowed to. So, Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck builder where you are ascending the tower.
The tower!
3 successive zones and different floors, fighting bosses and enemies, getting new cards to put in your deck to kill enemies better. And you die a lot, and then you start from the bottom again. It is a very fun loop that people obsess over because it's very, very. It's a good optimization game to get your min max and brain
the
going.
fuck out of your dopamine.
Yes, God, does it fucking ever. Get a good fucking run going. So there are a few characters to play as: Swordman, Robot, Woman who knows martial arts, and then my favorite, the Silent. I was told something recently.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to know what that is?
Were you told that you're dumb?
That's a daily occurrence. That's not a normal thing. Wait, that could never mind. Not never mind the thing I'm about to bring up. I was told that poison is bad.
Yeah?
Like for you
For
or
you?
as a tactic?
Well, no, I was told I should actually drink a decent amount of poison. It would fix me. But
that's true. We haven't told you to get on lithium for a while.
that's not okay.
Make it happen.
God. God damn it. Always throwing me off. Bring up lithium. But
you hear about it like, ooh, I want some yummy.
no! It's not what I do, and it's not what I say, and I'll have you know that you are going to jail for some things you've just said. But, motherfucker, throwing me off.
Poison
my buddy
bad.
was just like, poison builds are bad, that's why you're losing so much. I'm like, that can't be true. And I ask another buddy, a local in town, who also loves Slay the Spire, and they tell me, yeah, dude, poison's like the fucking worst. What are you doing? And I'm like, okay, everyone must be wrong. Because I have to be right. Because I've won at least once with poison.
And you've never been wrong before.
No, I am... No.
You're a knower, yeah.
I'm a knower. I understand the things. I got my pulse on the zeitgeist.
Pulse on the zeitgeist.
I got my pulse on the zeitgeist.
That's why your heart beats irregular.
James, you don't gotta draw this personal information, man.
Wait, is that real? Did
I've got some chest issues.
I didn't know that.
I still don't know if it's heart related. I'm pretty sure it's not. It's probably an intramuscular thing, or I have a dislocated. I had to go to the doctor for it. It was bad.
You're fine.
Stop saying I'm fine. The last time you said that, I went to the doctor and they said you were so not fine. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
but if
coming
I didn't
in.
tell you that, you would have jumped off a cliff. It would have been bad. So I have to walk you down.
Don't worry about it. I try not to worry about it. So I then try and test poison. I'm so bad at Slay the Spire. That's what this really comes back to, is that I looked up a tier list for the different characters because I'm like, someone
you can
must
always
have broken
trust
this
a tier list.
Well, no, because I wanted to see what these people had, and I went to a user voted one and a few different articles, and they're all like, okay, some of these cards, pretty good. Some of these poison cards, pretty good. As a build, dog shit. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Got ya.
So I don't know what to do now, guys, because poison's
Robot.
No, I don't like the robot. You like the robot?
Yeah, I like the orbs. I enjoy orbs.
I don't know. I just haven't played it in so long. Because I'm on a fresh account because I finally bought it on Steam.
Instead of playing it on your phone so you could save scum.
No, I was playing it on Switch before.
Oh, you're playing on Switch.
And then I got on my phone to save scum after he told me about the glitch. And then
it's been patched.
It's been patched. I tried to do it when I fucking lost a run. And it fucked me. And I was like, oh no. Oh, because it's like, oh, cool, you lost. Sucks to be you, dude. I'm like, oh,
No, I've been owned.
I've been fucking ripped a new one. But that's been the main game I've been playing recently, because I've been stuck away from home. That's a thing I'm not gonna get into. That's a whole different
That's a whole different thing.
We don't gotta worry about that. Podcasting is a lifestyle that hurts. It's podcasting.
You were in the podcasting mines. That's why you were away.
That's where I was stuck. I was stuck in the podcaster mines.
I'm trying to pull out that good content with your microphone pickaxe.
Yes. Also, the thing I forgot,
So Inspire, really pretty game.
It's alright.
A good looking video game. Good style. Good vibes.
Yeah, I like the style. I'm having a great time whenever I turn it on. I'm like, ooh, there's my friend, the Silent. She's gonna die, and then I get sad.
I really like turning on the programmer art card. Art.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
fucking cool. I love my little illustrations. My little. But anyway. It's time for us to get into a
Gundam!
topic that is gonna expedite my suicide attempt. Okay. James,
Let's talk about Gundam.
tell fuck ass robots.
So, if y'all haven't heard about this little thing called Gundam, it's about robots in space and politics, and it's very good. I first started trying to watch Gundam. Well, I watched Iron Blooded Orphans in high school. I thought that was fine. But everyone's talking about this 79, the original Gundam from 1979. I'll watch that. I watched about half of it. And then I didn't watch any more of it until last week. When I said, all right, I'm going to finish this damn thing finally. It's been in my head. I just want to know what's going on here. And I had a great time. I don't like 79 Gundam as much as I feel like I should. But I love the cast a lot. I think about all of the white base crew constantly. I love Noah Bright, Hayato, Kei, Mirai, Amuro, Ryu, my poor sweet son. I think about all of Frau. I'm a Frau all the time. Poor sweet Frau. I just love that cast a lot, even if the show itself never quite did it for me. And of course, I love Char because he's the funniest fucking character in the world. Oh my god, okay. This show is so smart. It's so good. One thing I had not fully consciously realized is that despite trying to kill each other constantly, Amuro and Char would not know each other. Amuro's the main character, obviously.
Okay.
Would not know each other, right? And so there's an episode of the last fourth of Gundam where they meet face to face, and Char's like, "Hey, buddy, I got a flat tire. Let me help you with that." And Amuro's like, "Holy fuck, that's Char! I can sense it with my new powers I'm developing. That's Char. I know it, and it rocks." I was losing my damn mind. It's great. And then at the end, when everyone's super psychic and everything, there's a really sad moment that made me really upset. I gasped, had a real emotion, and then the show's over, basically.
You don't feel shit.
I feel
Never
feelings.
felt anything.
I feel emotions.
When two characters mind meld and learn to love each other in an instant, and then one is forced to kill the other, I feel a thing, you know?
It's like one of the
James, what even is a Gundam?
A Gundam, big ass robot.
Yeah, it's kind of like a robot, but big.
It's a big robot that made of Gundaminium.
Why is your soul weighed down by gravity?
Okay, so we gotta get into Zeta now, which I put down on the docket as Brain Ghost Harem, because that is what that show is.
Okay.
I'll explain that in a second. So the 79, very good. I liked it a lot. I don't have a ton to say about it. I don't know if Seth, you have anything you want to talk about, because you've seen all of this as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love 0079. I think it's one of my favorite Gundam things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's incredible. I mean, we kind of talked about this the other day, but it gets more in Zeta. But the way Tomino kind of plays with sexuality as a topic is just unseen before, really.
Yeah,
and it's really good. There's a lot of little details about Gundam that I really appreciate. Obviously, we've mentioned it before, but the episode where Amuro meets his mom again.
Oh, dude.
One of the most heart-wrenching things I've ever seen in anything ever.
Is it a nice reunion?
No,
not at all.
Not really.
What if? So Ren.
Okay.
Imagine you were kind of abducted into war. Not you were drafted, but not officially. You just kind of you got into it.
You were the guy who could do the thing. You were the one.
You just happened to be able to do the thing at the right moment. So imagine that.
I'd prefer not to be.
Okay, well,
Too
exactly.
bad. You're exactly in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to be there, but yet here you are. So you know how like you're like a person before then, right?
Sure.
So maybe like a few months have gone by, and then you meet somebody who knew you as that person, and they realize that you have changed, but you don't.
Oh,
Not
man.
only do they realize that you've changed, they reject the person you are now.
Yeah. Suddenly, your mother doesn't know who you are.
So it's like going back to high school after your first semester of college, and all the teachers are like, "Oh, that beard's gross," and you're like, "Oh,
It's
man."
like, fucking figure it out. Yeah, except that it's your mind has been changed by war forever.
Yeah, that'd do it. This is Gundam, or is this Gundam Zeta?
This is Gundam.
That's original Gundam.
This is the original Gundam.
79. That's also the thing that's worth noting. I haven't seen it to say this with full confidence, but a lot of what I think people talk about with like Evangelion, you know, sad boy pressed into doing terrible things, is like fully formed in this show. Like it's just there from the base, from the jump, you know. Like
it's really like thing. It's there. It's in there. And if you watch, if you watch a lot of mecha from that time, you'll like see it in a lot of, but especially if you watch a lot of Tomino mecha. That's in there.
That's just there. It's just there. I spent a lot of time after finishing 79, and I was like just starting Zeta, which is the next show that I watched in the series. But in 79, I spent a lot of time thinking about Amuro after the war, and like specifically putting him in next to Ender in Ender's game, and like just thinking about them together. I don't know. I feel like they have a lot to say, especially when in Zeta, fucking Amuro shows up next to a fucking pool. That's like the first time you see him. I'm like, oh my god, it's just like that part in Ender's game when he's at the lake. It's just like that.
Real quick, just for like baseline for people who probably have no fucking idea what Gundam is. Not a lot of you, but Gundam is a long-running franchise of mecha anime. All the stuff we're talking about is mostly to do with the rivalry between Amuro, who is part of the Earth Federation, and Char, who is part of the Principality of Zeon, sort of.
He's doing his own thing.
He's kind of doing his own thing. Oh my god! Speaking of, dude, one of my sorry. Oh, okay. And they do a bunch of shit. I can't get into all of the like political shit because that will take all fucking day. Basically, Zeon is a group of Nazis.
Actual Nazis.
Literal Nazis. One of the characters specifically is like, "Hey, you remind me of Adolf Hitler," and then he's like, "Thanks, Dad."
So good, dude.
Who are trying to take all of the colonies that are, roaming places you can be in space. Secede from Earth and become their own like sovereign group of people that don't have to deal with Earth.
Sure.
It's pretty it's complicated. I think it's more complicated than a lot of people would probably, one, would assume, and two, would think if they have seen anything Gundam related that is not made by Tomino.
I think even watching 79, I remember I had to like reach out to friend of the pod Hebe and just be like, what is happening? Why are they doing this? Like, the show, and part of that is, it's like an 8-year gap between watching this, but also just like, I was like, why are Zeon doing, what is the ideology here? Like, what's happening? He was able to fill me in, thankfully.
I watched all of this stuff with Hebe, and thank God that they were around to hyper focus on all of that shit, so I could, focus on the parts I care about more. But isn't it crazy? So you watched the moment that real anime died. You ever think about
what
that?
are you talking?
Real anime. We have not gotten real anime since Char shot Cecilia Zabi in the face with a rocket launcher.
That shit's so good, dude. Holy fuck.
What does that mean? Does that just mean what it means?
It's the coolest
It
kill
means
I've
exactly
ever seen.
what it means. It's just
He gets
really
a
good.
headshot, dude.
All right, that
You
goes
also-
pretty hard. Fair enough.
It is really hard. It's like one of the coolest things ever. You also get... Char has so many good lines. I mean, a bunch of people have really good lines, but blame this on the misfortune of your birth.
I've been thinking about that for years.
One of the coolest things ever.
I just wouldn't say that to someone. That's so mean.
You might. If you were in this situation, if you were in Char's situation, you fucking might.
I wouldn't.
Also, I think you'd really love the interaction of Bright slapping Amuro in the face, and then Amuro like, not even my own father hit me. And then Bright just claps back with, your father was weak.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
I love Bright, dude.
Bright is 19.
He is.
What? Your father was weak, bro. You're still a teenager.
I love Bright so much. I rewatched the first episode with my partner, and when they say like Bright is 19, I like shot up. I was like, "What?
I didn't even know that until recently, and it freaks me the fuck out."
I was like, "How?"
Okay, let's talk about Zeta and
Zeta, which I think is my favorite.
It's really good. I love Camille.
He sucks.
Angiani?
Camille sucks so much.
Camille Biden.
Yeah, Camille Biden.
Whoa.
But okay, so Zeta Gundam, it's like 8 years after the original series.
Yeah, so it's 7 years after because
7. Okay.
Yeah, because it's 0087, I think, or it's 89.
Is it? Well, then it would.
No, it is
that
87.
can't be right. That's even more wrong.
Yeah, Stardust. Because sorry, I was thinking of Stardust Memory.
That's 83.
Yeah, it's 83. Yeah, it's 7 years after because what's it called? 0079 ends at like the end of the Universal Century year 0079.
Yeah,
it like turns into 0080 at the very end. The final battle takes place around Christmas, I think.
That final battle's so good when Char stabs Amuro with the sword.
That whole
that's so good.
We'll talk about a really good Char and Amuro fight later.
Yeah, we will. So, okay, Zeta Gundam. 7 years afterwards, Zeon has been defeated, but in its place, a pseudo-governmental paramilitary force called the Titans has risen up. And ostensibly, they're like Nazi hunters, except, oops, cool. They're actually just Nazis.
That's cool.
It turns out that sometimes people will will say that they're against something and then actually be in favor of it and just do that thing.
Yeah.
And
tries to do away with it entirely, lives as an inversion of it, thus continuing to refer to it indirectly.
That can't be true.
And just use that, use the rhetoric of trying to destroy something to amass more and more power so they can just, dominate the world. I'm
James,
thinking
this sounds
about
like a
that
fantasy.
Thinking a lot about that. It really
this would never happen in real life.
This would never happen in real life.
Kind of been thinking about it a lot lately.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why. But the Titans have amassed a lot of power.
Bad
then enter Camille, a young man who hates his name because it's a girl's name, and he gets made fun of once for it by some military officers.
Like Jared
beats. Well, yes, it's Jared, but that's not important. Beats the hell out of them.
Jared's very important.
Runs away, hijacks a car to run away, then hijacks a mobile suit to beat the hell out of the military officer who's in a mobile suit.
All right,
and then
pretty cool.
Joins the terrorist resistant force. That's all in the first episode.
Yeah, that's the beginning of it. Jared's very important. He's the most jobber of all time.
He just keeps getting the women around him killed. He shouldn't be around other people. He's a problem.
In this way, him and Camille are more alike than different.
Oh, God.
And then, in part of this terrorist force, the AUG, I'm saying terrorist, it's complicated, but the AUG, there's a mysterious man named Quattro Bagina, who is blonde, always is covering his face, and is always talking about this cool guy that he knows about called Char. You ever hear about Char? Quattro thinks Char is so cool. Turns out that Quattro is Char, and it's revealed like minute 1 of the first episode.
Yeah, it's revealed as soon as you look at him because you have eyes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's Char. He's like, I'm Quattro. And it's even in universe, other characters are watching Quattro fight, and they're just like, damn, he's just like the Red Comet. He's just like Char. That's crazy. Aren't we so
silly.
lucky? I wonder what Char's up to.
There's silly.
Literally a scene where Camille feels bad and is throwing a fit because he does that a lot in early Zeta.
No.
Yeah.
He's having a bad time.
And Char's like, literally says, you ever hear about Char? Well, he was a strong man. You know, like, he's like, he's just this
and then
guy.
every single time, Camille's like, he sounds like a fucking idiot.
I fucking hate Char. What are you talking about? It's so fucking...
Camille just, like, kind of hates every adult around.
Yeah, Camille has a lot of complexes going on.
Except if they're a woman.
This is true.
He has a lot of problems.
Camille's
What's
a
going on?
complicated figure.
He has a lot of he has some issues.
But, you know, then the show happens. Amuro is introduced again eventually, and Char and Amuro look at each other like it's a shoujo manga, and it's their two long lost lovers, and I'm losing my mind.
I mean, yeah, they talk about it. That's, you know, not entirely unintentional.
Yeah, I fully believe it.
Fujo saved the franchise.
It's so real. I love that also. I love their bond. Like, Amuro and Char are like two of the most compelling characters in the world. It's so good. One thing I was really appreciative of Zeta is Camille's the main character. He's in every episode. But if Char Amuro is in an episode, they are the second character. And so they will have a B plot, and they will you'll focus on them a lot, and then Camille will be doing stuff. It was very interesting to watch that happen. And I found it very satisfying because I like both of them a lot.
Sure.
Another thing I was thinking about a lot while watching this is the thing I said about 79 where pilots don't know each other because they're just fighting, right? They're in these big suits, they're just fighting. In Zeta, there's radio chatter, they're communicating in battle together a lot. There is so many fucking ace combat ass I'll get him this time. Just one-liners, just non-sequiturs said at the start of a battle. I love it. I'm like, oh, that's where, all that comes from. Is this thing. I get it.
You want to know one of my favorite pieces of lore?
Yeah,
between
Go for it.
So, the Mark IIs, the Gundam Mark IIs, don't have a lot of armor on them.
Yeah,
they're pretty sleek. And it's because beam weapons have gotten very, very popular now.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If you get hit, it's going to go through it's going to fucking destroy your shit. So their whole thing is we'll just make them really fast.
And oh my god, that's the other thing. The
cool.
fights in Zeta are so good. They're so fast. They're so connected. They look gorgeous. I love the way this show looks. Oh my god, the fights are just amazing. When they zip it around real fast, the thrust off the boosters and shit. Oh my god, it's so good. One thing I want to talk about this. I watched this dub. I watched the Zeta dub. Don't do that. Don't watch it dubbed. It is one of the worst dubs I've watched in a long time. To the point where plot points were hard to understand because characters would say things at each other and then react in ways that didn't make sense to me. I think it's mostly a direction issue, but there are some also just bad castings. But there's a character Rakoa. She's the older female that Camille instantly falls in love with. Her whole arc was unintelligible for me. I did not understand what was happening. I had to ask Hebe. I was just like, what is happening here? I missed something. And I think Ebi's response was just woman gets shirked by man, instantly becomes turf. Becomes a turf. And I was like, oh, okay, it's all clicking. I understand what I should have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tamino predicted turfs.
Tamino understands that gender essentialism is the road to fascism. Yeah.
There's a point to be made there.
There's something going on there. But there's a lot of that in the dub. Again, also just bad acting. Not in I feel bad saying that. Like, again, I think it's mostly just poor direction. Don't watch the dub, watch it subbed. But I watched the whole last thing there. Oh, also, none of the dub actors from 79, which has maybe one of my favorite dubs of all time, definitely my favorite cast almost of all time. None of those actors returned because it was done by the same studio, but by their B team, because they didn't have weird issues with that dub. You also don't get the opening theme song if you watch it dubbed.
What?
Yeah,
That
they
is
had
so
licensing
unfortunate.
issues, so they couldn't do the theme song for some reason. I don't.
Yeah,
That's silly.
Yeah,
it's
weird.
bizarre. So you get. I mean, it's a lovely instrumental piece, but it's not the opening theme song. So again, just
Yeah.
don't.
The incredible opening.
But yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Don't waste your time with the dub. Just watch it subbed, and you should watch Zeta Gundam. Like, it is 1,000 times worth your fucking time. It's so good. So I watched all this, had a great time, smiling. I'm just thinking about all the stuff that's happening. I can't. Oh, it's called Brain. I called it Brain Ghost Harem because Camille keeps falling in love with women who are psychic and they die, but their psychic imprints live on in his mind.
That sucks. That blows.
Well, they protect him, until the end when he harnesses all of their powers and goes mad, which was incredibly upsetting.
Go back to where the women are.
Yeah, God, the ending of that's the ending. The ending of Zeta is incredibly grim. Most of the cast dies. Camille is out of commission. Like, it is just bleak. Incredible though. God damn.
Yeah,
the kid dies. A child is killed at the end of this damn show. I could not believe it.
Is it one of the children being groomed?
No.
I don't.
No.
I think it's actually
They're in a
opposite
normal relationship.
Oh,
with
that
somebody
one.
on the enemy side.
I mean, early on, actually, early on, I would say she was trying to groom him.
Yeah,
Because, she's like, dude, wow, you're so smart. Like, there's that stuff going on.
But yeah, I mean, Tamino, used to be known as Kill 'Em All Tamino.
Wow, fuck me, what a nickname.
Hey,
The
you earned
Butcher.
it. That's the other thing. 79 also has a few really impactful deaths as well. I think a lot about, it's not a main character death, but an important villain character is killed in 79, and his girlfriend wants to avenge him, right? And so she wages a fight on white base, loses, her giant plane crashes in the ground. She gets on top of the plane with a pistol and shoots at the white base crew, completely missing. There's no way she'd ever hit him, and then falls off the plane because of the recoil and dies instantly. Because the massive thing is you just die.
There's a death
all the characters
in Victory that is so simple, but so fucking upsetting in how how just mundane it is.
See, it's really good. That's the stuff that makes it. But the white base crew watches her fall to her death and just be like, "Who the fuck was that? Why? Who? I don't know who that was." That's great. It's that's the shit that sticks with me.
That's pretty fucking harrowing. Jesus Christ.
Right. Because she's screaming at them too. She's so upset, and they're just I don't know who that is. I no idea. Zeta, good. Go watch Zeta, and then theoretically, I maybe should have watched. Oh, this is important context. Also, I watched all of Zeta in a week. It is a 50-episode anime.
Yeah, he's a psychopath, if you guys didn't know.
Well, here's gonna make it even worse. I got about 8 episodes in. I was watching 2 to 3 episodes a day. It hit Wednesday. Seth and good friend of the pod, Mike, go to see Char's Counterattack, the 3rd or 4th part of the trilogy here, right? I'll get more into that in a second. But I think, damn, I wish I could go see that in theaters, because I've heard it's a masterpiece, and I've always wanted to watch it, but I haven't finished Zeta yet, and I need to finish Zeta to watch Char's Counterattack. Oh well, I missed it, Mike, that day or the next day, it pings me and it's hey, it's showing again on Sunday. You could do it. And I was I did the math. I had watched 8 episodes. I had 42 episodes left. I had 3 days left. And I thought, yeah, I could do that. I could watch that much.
You can figure it out.
I can figure that out. And then I fucking did it. I just pounded 40 episodes in 3 days. Don't do it. It was worth it in this scenario. It's not worth it otherwise. Enjoy that show at a slower pace. It deserves your attention and time. I was really sad that I couldn't just think about it more, frankly. But Great show. And then theoretically, I should have watched Double Zeta. Except I decided not to because of you, Seth, and friend of the pod, Hebe. Hearing both of you talk about it over the years, and then I think explicitly talking to Hebe, being like, "Do I have to actually watch this thing?" And Hebe being like, "No, you don't have to watch this."
There is very little information in that thing that is important to Char's counterattack at all. Maybe literally zero.
The only bit that I'm sad that I didn't get more information on, but also from what Hebe has told me, I'm kind of glad I didn't. Is I wish I had gotten more information on Haman Khan and just like how does that resolve?
They fuck her up so bad,
and that's what I've heard. And so I'm like, you know what? It's probably good I didn't know more about Haman Khan.
And then Double Zeta does eventually become important, but for Unicorn. Which is also not worth watching. And
I'm not going to waste my time. I hate the way that thing looks, and everything I've heard about it sounds awful. I'm good.
Sounds dog shit.
There was like a period of like 2 years where I would remember Unicorn and be like, "Fuck, that fucking sucked," and then I would go to AniList and lower my score of it.
That rocks.
That's a Seth fucking thing to do.
What's the score at now?
I think it's at 2.
It deserves it. From what I fucking heard.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
One of our friends is playing Metaphor Phantasy.
Yeah, it just popped up on mine as
well. That sucks. I'm gonna have to grill him for that.
Yeah, give him shit for it later. So I finished Zeta. The next day, I go to see Char's counterattack. I had no idea what I was getting into because all I knew about Char's counterattack was the ending. I knew that they both die at the end, right? Like that's all I knew. Spoilers, I guess, for Char's counterattack. That's all I knew. And I went in, I sat down my bucket of popcorn, and I thought, well, they're gonna explain how Char got to this position of power. Because the last time I saw him, he was left for dead, basically. Like the show implies he's dead, but it also implies that he's alive. Certainly, I will understand why any of this is happening. And then the movie doesn't explain why Char... Well, it explains why Char's doing it. It doesn't explain how Char's doing it, though. I was like,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's the thing. Char's counterattack is a lot more challenging than I expected it to be, and I mean that in the best way possible. Just like a lot of stuff just is thrown at you, and you just have to catch it and keep moving. Characters are introduced that are wildly important that you just... This is the first time they show up, basically. And it rocks. Char's counterattack is as good as the people say. I keep thinking about it every day since I've seen it. Basically, Char's counterattack is Char has rebuilt the Zeon Empire so he can crash asteroids into the Earth because he wants to save the Earth from humanity. And the only way he can think to do that is by plunging Earth into another ice age to kill all of the humanity that is stuck on Earth.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so they can leave it behind and...
But also, maybe he's not doing it for any ideological reasons. Maybe he's doing it because he's pissed at Amuro still. Maybe he's doing it because he still has a lot of fucking emotions about Amuro.
Yeah, maybe he's doing it because Lala Soon was a woman that may very well have become a mother to me.
Dude, I was like, what?
And then Amuro is also like, what?
What? I love that. I love it. Even Amuro was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like,
is Amuro in this film?
Yeah, Amuro's the main character.
Yeah, this is the end of the Amuro.
They
and
die.
Char.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, then he fucking dies. Yeah. Oh,
they die together.
They die together, stopping
like
the massive asteroid from plunging into Earth.
Oh, so this is a lot of morals.
Well, don't get me wrong. Char is not helping. Like, let's be clear. I said that. It's
Char is stuck.
Char is stuck. And he can't do anything to get out of the situation anymore.
So they're just yelling at each other.
Okay, the phrasing made it sound like the motherfucker was a...
No. Short. This
so Char...
Gorgeous. Yeah, what?
This guy... Okay. Char's a Nazi the whole time, right?
Well...
No,
not really.
So
you could say he's an eco-fascist, but...
He's not great.
Eco-fascist is a crazy sentence, dude.
So... Char is real name Casval Daikun Zeon.
Yeah.
His father was somebody with power. I don't really know.
Isn't
what
he the
his deal-
founder of the Xeon Empire? Is that it? Or
He
like,
is the
he's in
founder
that
of the Xeon
lineage?
Empire.
Yeah.
That seems incredibly important to the explanation of his character.
Well,
it is pretty important.
It is.
And then, when his father dies, a group, the Zabi family, basically takes over and starts using the name for their own purposes to just create space Nazism.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Like at Char is still like a weird monarchist like asshole. Like he's not great.
Big on great man theory. Like
Yeah.
Oh.
He's not great. I would struggle to really call it, like, his whole motivation in the first Gundam is he's like on the inside getting close to all these people so he can kill them.
yeah, like
Okay.
that's his deal in that
And,
one.
like,
Except
you
for
know-
near the end where he kind of gets distracted by the potential of the new type. But
And getting mad at Amuro, seemingly, from what you guys are saying.
well, Amuro did kill the woman who might become his mother.
That seems vital to know for
but
their
here's the thing,
beef.
It's complicated. It's
Well,
complicated.
yeah. You've watched 0079 in this case if you're watching Char's Counterattack.
Yeah, that's the thing.
course,
Is you
of
would
course,
have
good
watched
point.
that and Zeta, like.
For my context, because I'm asking very specific
well,
questions.
I'm leaving stuff out so you can watch the show.
Okay,
It's
fair.
like-
I'm very...
because let me
I'll probably
tell
watch
you,
these...
I didn't know anything about Lala going into this damn show, and that's some of my favorite stuff. I was losing my mind.
One of the best.
I'll
The
probably
imagery
watch these
is
recap
out
films
of
now.
this fucking world. It's so good.
Those recap films are very good.
This conversation is what I needed to sell me on the concept of Gundam, because you guys just like talking in fucking semaphore about like nonsense concepts. I'm like, okay, so this is just some more like Seth Blatant Core horseshit that if I touch,
love
I'll die.
bullshit concepts.
No, I love
Exactly.
bullshit concepts, but I love very specific ones.
They're good.
Y'all's are
Like
something
esoteric.
else. I like Esoterica, that is true.
Char's Counterattack.
Char's
Yeah,
Counterattack is that good. It's so good. I was so
One of the
happy
best
that I got
movies
to
ever
see
made.
this
You
thing
now
in
understand why Travis Touchdown can't go 3 months without watching Char's Counterattack, lest
Is-
he break out in hives and his shoulders start to hurt.
is that a line from fucking
That's No More Heroes 3.
Oh, that's
This is
really
the funniest
fucking
thing of
funny.
all time. There's a character, like a long-running character in the No More Heroes franchise, who gets like their shit rocked in the beginning of No More Heroes 3. So they're in a coma the whole time, and
Okay.
you can after every mission you can like go to see them and like you talk to them a little bit.
Mhm.
And Travis Touchdown is a broken man who doesn't know how to connect with people on a meaningful level. So he'll just be like, oh, yeah, so, like, today I really need to watch Char's Counterattack. It's been about 3 months since I last did it. And I start getting migraines and, like,
That's a
eyes,
really
my
funny
shoulders start to hurt.
Oh, that's a good fucking
That's so,
bit.
I didn't
you
even know that was the context of that. I had just seen that screenshot. That's so
Apparently, Suda51 also, like, actually holds showings of Char's Counterattack for the staff every couple months.
good. God,
Fuck
that
yeah, man.
rules, dude.
What a guy. That's so
Fuck
fucking cool.
Yes. Oh my god.
I think
It's so good.
if I had any major creative position in my life, I think I'd be like, alright, gang, it's time for a monthly showing of The Lighthouse. If you do not attend, it will show in your pay. Let it be known.
Yeah, Char's Counterattack, one of the most beautiful films ever made.
It looks so good, and it sounds amazing. I love this soundtrack.
Can you believe that the credits song was made before the movie?
I can't.
Like, that is not a song that was made for the film. It just happens to be perfect.
That's unbelievable, actually.
I believe that.
It just works so fucking well in that movie that it's like, I can't believe this.
I truly just
wasn't-
assumed it was made for it. Like, it just
Yeah,
makes
it
sense.
just feels like it.
I'd been listening to the soundtrack to this movie for a long time, specifically the song Sally. And so when that song plays and I'm like in the theater, I'm like just losing my mind. I'm like, oh my god, it is this good in context as well.
And you were telling me you're a fucking pointing at the screen and clapping like a seal.
I'm clapping like a damn seal, dude. But yeah, it's Char's character has really recontextualized a lot of Char as well for me. Like, I'm just thinking about him constantly lately, and like, what a man, what a broken figure. And that movie's just so good. phenomenal. If you haven't seen it for some reason and you've seen Zeta in 79, I mean, what the fuck are you doing? I will say I was looking at something about Char's Counterattack, which led me to Reddit. And Jesus Christ, these people just don't understand like art, like fun on a fundamental level. It was like truly like looking at aliens, right? Like, I was like, who are you? How can you react this way?
Whiter Gundam fans are like not people.
No, they're not. It's
they just like
remarkable.
hate everything about Gundam that isn't like wow cool military shit.
Truly, it's remarkable to me how true that is, because I'm like, yeah, I just don't understand these people. That's
I really want you to watch some of the UC OVAs.
Yeah.
Just so like you can understand how much like the complexity of Gundam gets like totally fucking neutered.
Yeah,
when it goes into somebody else's hands, because it's just like, you know, Gundam is complex in how it treats like the military and like soldiers and how people are affected by war.
Mm-hmm.
And then almost all of the OVAs are just like, well, there are good and bad people on both sides.
And who knows, maybe the good guys are the Nazis, you know? Who's to say?
Maybe Zeon was like kind of right. Maybe there's a secret part of the Constitution that says that Zeon has been right the whole time. Unicorn's one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
You sound like you believe that, and I'm willing to believe you.
It's
if it's
so
saying
bad.
that shit, Jesus Christ.
It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life, and it's so annoying.
I fucking believe
Written by the Japanese Tom Clancy.
That's
according
not
to
a random endorsement.
According to a random New York Times article.
Japanese Tom Clancy. Jesus Christ.
It's bad, dude. It's fucking awful.
I'm glad I'm not poisoned by unicorn knowledge.
It's fucking terrible. Let's talk about F91.
F91! Okay, so then last night I watched F91.
Oh, we're still on God.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
We can't talk about F91 for that long.
No, I don't have that much to say about it. Frankly,
30 years after,
it's been about
Char's
30 minutes.
I still got Char's Counterattack thoughts, but well, you keep going. Yeah, F91 30 years after Char's Counterattack. The story of the production goes, Seth, if I remember correctly, this was supposed to be a show. Tomino was told no, and so he compressed it into 2 hours. Is that correct?
More or less.
Yeah.
That's what I've kind of, or it was like they were going to make a movie and then it would lead into a show and then they were like, you can't make the show or something along. He had to compress it into a single thing instead of making it longer,
and by God, do you feel it? Which, like,
you really do. Not
the most damning thing in the world, but like I told Hope, my lovely partner, I was like, hey, hun, you wanna watch this with me? And then, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, it is standalone. You can watch it. You know, you don't have to. No, I'm fine. Okay. So then I'm watching it, and as I'm watching it, and like character alliances are changing, and like all these things are just happening, like with very little setup. And I'm like, I don't know how this movie hits if you haven't spent just like 2 weeks seeped in this plot structure and these events happening over and over again, because like this was probably unintelligible on some levels, because I'm like, of course this is happening. That's how Gundam works. But
F91 starring Seabook Arno, he, him, lesbian.
According to Hebe, as of yesterday. Whatever the fuck.
As of for a while.
Is that a thing they've been on for a long time?
They've been on F91 is Yuri for a while.
Okay.
I can't say one way or the other. I will say F91, great. I've been thinking a lot about so the first 20 minutes of this are like robots are fighting while people are trying to escape the robots fighting. And I've been thinking specifically a lot about the There's a scene where one of the Gundams is firing a gun, and
then the shell hits the
Yes!
mother on the head.
The shell hits the wood because it's this giant shell that hits the mother and kills her instantly. And I'm like, holy god! Like,
just like
maybe this is fucking. Okay, that sounds fucking brutal in a really compelling way. Jesus Christ!
It just yeah.
The way that Tomy, like, I mean, the way that everybody involved, like, but yeah, I notice it most out of like a lot of Tomino stuff. Just like the chaos of war.
Yeah.
Incredibly compelling.
It's
fucking incredible.
Heartrending.
That being said, somebody who also worked on parts, Hebe and I were talking about this for a while.
Yeah, I read a bit of that conversation.
You should watch Hathaway. You should watch.
Dude,
Hathaway's
I'm planning to. My plan.
It's so good.
So the roadmap right now is I'm gonna do Victory, which I'm started Victory today. I'm kind of cool on it right now. We can talk a little bit about that, but I started Victory, and then I'm going to do Turn A, and then I'm going to go back to Hathaway, and then from there, I don't know. But that is my plan.
Well, then you do G-Reco.
Probably do G-Reco, yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how I'm feeling after all that. I'm not making any more plans. But, yeah, F91, hyper compressor, gorgeous looking, though. Holy shit. This movie looks so good. There was a detail that like really took me out of it for a second before I realized what was happening. So the mobile suits have like a 360 screen in the cockpit around them, so that like the pilot can always look around them, which is often used for like some fun camera stuff. But in F91, there's a specific detail where somebody will open their cockpit and you can still see the screen through the hatch, so it looks like you're seeing through the robot. And it fucked me up the first time I noticed it. I was like, is that an animation error? What is happening? And it kept happening. And I was like, oh my god. They're paying so much attention to these fucking robots. Oh my god. I just loved that. But after it went very good, I don't have a ton to say. The main the main bad guy, Iron Mask, is the funniest cuck ever, maybe. He gets so mad about being cucked that he kills a guy with his mind. He
gets so mad.
He gets so mad
that he got cucked that he's like, what if I invent a weapon that only kills people?
Literally.
Jesus Christ.
What if I made like a bunch of tiny drone bugs that specifically sought out people so that it wouldn't kill any animals or whatever?
It's good. It's fun.
Weird.
Kind of a fever dream at points, but it's good. And then, like I said, I've also just started Victory, which I know, Seth, you like a lot. It's your favorite.
I love Victory a lot.
I've only watched, I think, the first 3 or 4 episodes at this point, and I'm kind of cool on it for a few reasons. One of them I think is legitimate, and the other one I think is me being dumb, and I am ashamed that this is a reason, but I'll tell it in a second. First reason is the structure of that. The first episode is like an in-action episode. Like,
in the middle of something. In media res.
And then the next 2 episodes are explaining how you got there. And I'll be honest, I didn't need it that much explanation. I was like, no, put me back in the Gundam. Like, put me back in there. Like, we were just there. But that's kind of frustrating, but I'm like, whatever. Power through. Enjoy what it is. Because I am enjoying some of the character stuff. I really like that girl who's constantly worrying about the main boy. Like, this is bad for him. This is bad. He shouldn't be doing this.
That's true.
She's right. I quite like that. But and then my dumb reason, and I don't like it. I don't like the gimmick of the mobile suits in this show, that they keep fucking they're in multiple parts and then they connect together in the air. I don't like it. I don't understand why that would happen. I don't like it.
Well, because they're new.
Yeah, but like the core fighter in 79 was doing that shit.
Yeah.
And it made a little bit more sense there because you could rapidly deploy the core fighter and then bring in the Gundam. Here it's just like, to start a fight, you have to transform, and it's like you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. It's not like the mobile armor, mobile suit transformations from Zeta, where it's like, oh, you could transform into a mobile armor and then like fly away really fast and then transform back for the heavy firepower. It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. I think it's dumb, but I'm accepting it.
You do hate a gimmick.
I'm accepting that I am probably reading it wrong, and that I'm focusing on the wrong things in the wrong way. But also,
Yeah, go back to Reddit.
I gotta go back to Reddit, talk about how Char's counterattack doesn't make sense.
God.
I'm the problem.
That
I'm
just
the
makes me exhausted.
It's bad.
Not good.
The people are wrong and they're bad.
Victory's great. I love how Victory looks.
Yeah, it
Both
does
the
have a very
flat
good
coloring.
look to it. Yeah.
It's done to evoke the like World Masterpiece series stuff. You know, like Anne of Green Gables, Nobody's Boy Remy,
That
all
makes a
those
lot of
animes,
sense.
which Tomino did work on. He worked on.
I saw that.
Anne of Green Gables. I think he worked on other ones too, but that's the main one. There's a very specific moment that he wanted to put in Anne of Green Gables that he ended up using in Turn A,
That's fascinating.
which is cool.
Can't imagine what that is. Yeah, Gundam. But that is the Gundam corner of the podcast. I'll probably talk more about it. I'm in the
We'll get there.
trenches.
That conversation took so long, I painted an entire owl that I'm going to share with the two of
Oh
you.
yeah, can we post this
Oh.
with the episode when it comes out?
If you so desire. Oh, God damn it.
No,
we
it's
go.
not there yet. Where's my owl? Wow, that's a lovely owl.
That is a
Thanks.
beautiful owl that you will see when the episode came out.
That's a
All right.
Gundam owl.
So that is
Took like 50 minutes for the 50-minute conversation.
we covered a lot of things. You ready to talk about other mecha?
yeah. I love giant robots.
Seth, this shit was fucking weird at times, man.
Yeah,
That's why it's good.
it's really good.
Like,
All right. It's really good. All right,
Tell
so
us.
here's some history. Here's some stuff that's going on. Ken Ishikawa, after the end of Getter Robo G, would basically just put his nose to the fucking grindstone. Worked on a ton of stuff. Lots of collabs where he was drawing stuff for other people. Where, you know, obviously went back to doing some stuff for Go Nagai. Did some stuff with some other people. He did a manga with the creator of Dirty Pair.
Ooh.
I think that's a Southern Cross kid, if I'm remembering correctly. Did his own stuff, Maju Sensen, which we kind of talked about, his sort of take on Devilman.
Yeah.
And in the 80s, he would more or less completely fucking revamp the way he, like, did art.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of a massive project, his second, like, biggest series, called Kyomu Senki, The Void War Chronicles, which I wish we could read. I wish there's 2 volumes. So, Void War Chronicles is a compilation, basically, of 5 different series that he did. Tiger of 5,000 Light Years, Kyomu Senshi Miraku, Jaki-Oh Bakuratsu, and Skull Killer Jaki-Oh, and eventually New Rashomon. It also includes 2 one-shots that he did, and a bunch of, like, bonus shit, kind of like he did for the Getter Robo Saga, where he added some, like, little bonus chapters. I think they're more in the thing of, like, in-between one-shots that kind of explain a lot of stuff, which...
okay.
This is also where he gets really fucking into, like, exploring concepts of Buddhism in his work.
Okay.
Which I think kind of shows up
makes
in
sense.
Go.
Yes.
A lot more, like, spirituality, a lot more body horror, all that fun stuff. So he's working really hard. And eventually, not Toei. No, it is Toei. Toei is like, hey, we wanna do a reboot of Mazinger Z. And I don't think Go Nagai's like, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, print me more money. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, print me more money. Whatever. Who cares? Eventually, that turns into, they're like, we want more Getter Robo. So they're like,
I mean,
so
who doesn't?
Ken Ishikawa was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, sure. Like, I got some ideas. So he does Get a Robo Go, and there's also a Get a Robo Go anime, which is, like, completely different.
Sure.
It's very, very different.
As it
from
goes.
It's like, and that's where we are now, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
But first, before I get into summary, I want to shout out some notable mecha that have come out since Getter Robo G.
Can you give the years between like?
I can't give all of these, but this is 1974 to 1991.
Okay, that's what I wanted.
Give the years.
74 to 91.
I'm gonna start off with something that was technically concurrent with Getter Robo G, but it is an important thing to shout out, which is Yusha Raiden, which is notable for it's the first mecha series that Tomino ever worked on.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or I mean, you could technically count Astro Boy. It's the first giant robot series that Tomino worked on. He directed the first 40 episodes or something.
Oh wow!
It's 96 episode series. It's massive.
Goddamn.
Also, one of the first mecha series to be where the mecha is magical in origin.
Hells yeah, okay.
And then
neat.
You get Katsunen Jig, which is a big Gonagai mecha. The original Tekkaman, which spawned a massive series. Combattler V and the rest of the Robot Romance trilogy, which comprises Combattler V, Voltes V, and Daimos.
I was trying to download that Combattler the other day.
I have it on Blu-ray. It's apparently... I've watched a few episodes. It's very good. Muteki Choujin Zambot 3, the first mecha that Tomino directed solo. Daitarn 3, which is just another Tomino mecha. This isn't mecha, but just a big thing that happened in the world of sci-fi, anime, and manga. Galaxy Express 999. Mobile Suit Gundam.
Also, I guess worth noting in there, less relevant for this, but relevant for mecha as a whole, Star Wars happens. Also,
yeah, Star Wars happens.
Yeah.
Space Runaway Ideon, and To Be Invoked, the sequel trilogy. Bladios, which is just the thing. A lot of these are just here's very notable franchises. God Mars, Dogram, Go Lion, aka Voltron.
Oh shit.
SDF Macross, and Do You Remember Love? Zabungle, yeah. Votom, Dunbine, Dalos, aka Dalos, which is considered Zabungle.
That one got you, dude.
Oh, that name's getting my ass.
It's good. That's a Tomino mecha.
Oh, he's a genius. Fuck.
Dalos, which is one of I think one of the first things that Mamoru Oshii ever worked on, and also considered the first OVA. Maspaeda, Vifam, Birth, which is another one of the proto OVAs. Elgime, Transformers.
Oh,
Giant.
I don't think it's gonna mean anything.
Panzer Dragoon Galleon, Zeta Gundam, Megazone 23, Ixer 1, Don Kuga, Leisner, Double Zeta, Project A-ko, MD Geist, Bubblegum Crisis, and its first spin-off, AD Police Files, Gunbuster, Pat Labor, the Pat Labor OVA, the first Pat Labor movie, and the 52-episode Pat Labor TV show, Char's Counterattack, Appleseed, the Starship Troopers OVA, the first Gundam OVA, 0080 War in the Pocket, 5-star stories, Yusha X Kaiser, the first of the Brave series, and then Samurai Pizza Cat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
dude.
Basically, this is almost every important mecha ever.
Missing like 2.
It's missing a few.
The fucking.
Obviously Ava isn't in here.
Yeah.
What? But all the pieces that make Ava are in there.
Everything that makes Ava is here.
The people who make Ava are in here.
I mean, yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, that's fucking true.
Anno worked on Char's Counterattack. Anno was
really?
Gynax did the first Appleseed OVA. I mean, obviously Gunbuster is in here.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
I recently rewatched Gunbuster.
I found a thing. Sorry, dragging us back to Char's Counterattack for a second. I found on eBay a fanzine that Hideki Anno put together at the time. It's been reprinted. Whoa. You can get modern prints of this. It's all in Japanese. But it's him interviewing a bunch of people who worked on the production and stuff. It's got a ton of stuff in there. Not in English. Completely worthless to me, but I really want a copy just out of curiosity.
By golly.
You can get it for like $40 on eBay right now. It's not that expensive. Carry on.
But yeah, basically, mecha has changed an absurd amount between Getter Robo G and Getter Robo Go. I do want to point out a big influence on Getter Robo Go specifically is Space Runaway Ideon.
I'm really curious about that one. You've seen it all the way through, right?
I have seen it all the way through. I think it's very good. I have a weird feelings about it where like I wasn't super feeling it for like a good chunk of episodes, and then suddenly I watched like episode 15 and I think I finished the rest of it in a day.
Yeah.
That's how Tomino gets you. Like, I don't know, something about the way he plots things, everything clicks into place at once.
It's true. And then the like sort of retelling of the ending sequel thing be invoked, like one of the best movies ever made.
That's good.
It's absolutely incredible. I need to rewatch it. I was going to try to, but I just got too busy.
Oh yeah,
as it goes.
So let's go into. I did not finish this recap because I like truly didn't know how to explain what happens at the end of this movie.
Oh, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Don't say that, James.
We begin, like before, with a testing of a new Getter unit before meeting our new MC, Go Ichimonji, a youth who is very talented, but deliberately underperforms despite pressure from his coach. He's attacked by an unidentified group, one of which looks a little familiar, and the other does some sick samurai moves.
It's so cool!
He makes it out and goes home before getting attacked by some strange cyborg man. He manages to hold his own against it and eventually kills it, revealing this was all a test from Choujin, who has basically become the new Saitome. To see if Go has what it takes to be a Getter pilot. We get introduced to Professor Rado, a new guy who has a new empire, who is hell-bent on world domination. Go wakes up and infiltrates the zombie factory, and accidentally gets himself into a fight with a mecha beast.
As
on
you
foot,
do.
not in a robot. But with some help, he figures it out. Then we see the launch of the new Getter 1, 2, and 3. And we get some backstory about the new empire, which is started as a space research facility located at the North Pole that was secretly a front to make the Vega Zone. A place for something.
Something
it's
for sure.
Unclear. I, for a long time, thought it was like the...
no idea.
Like an alternate dimension was
yeah,
my
I thought it
first
was like
thought.
Superman, the negative zone.
Yeah, the negative zone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I have no idea
It's not
what
clear.
the goal is. They are doing a lot of human exploration. But of human experimentation.
Yeah.
But luckily, Hayato Jin is a fucking freak and takes them out single-handedly, kind of.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's got a lot going on.
He takes them out in the past. Like, that's how he knows this is happening. He's like, we get a flashback and he's talking
We get a
about,
flashback where he does a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Go and Sho Tachibana, who is the daughter of the person who makes the new Getters, and also the cool samurai from earlier, get to pilot the new Getter with Hayato, and Go really likes that power, like a lot.
Yes.
The Getter base is less secretive and select now, seemingly. Guy is here, a man who has a lot of love for machinery, and tells Go that a Getter pilot needs to love and trust the Getter in order to pilot most effectively. Machine beasts attack again, in the water this time, and there's some trouble with the current Getter pilot, the current pilot of Getter 3. He fucking sucks. Luckily,
he blows.
Guy has been convinced to pilot instead, and he believes in the heart of the Getter 3. Sho has to confront the reanimated corpse of her brother. We get some backstory connecting Hayato, Sho, and Rado, which also confirming that Rado is German. A lot of stuff happening, including a strange human-faced robot, which we eventually learn is the American mecha. We get introduced to all of the wider humanities mecha shit. The most racist man alive. Of
Insane!
Sho eventually confronts the most racist man alive and her brother, and then gets kind of written out of the series.
Yeah.
Go starts having nightmares about the Getters. I just have Kei Minamikaze. I don't have anything about her written down.
Are you serious?
She's there though.
I like her a lot. I wish she
I
was
think
in
she's cool.
anything other than that, like one chapter.
Yeah, such a bummer. She was rad.
She's really cool. Ryoma has returned. Dinosaurs are back. A big fucking metal dragon thing. Satome is still alive. There's
Great
a new getter. True Getter, aka Shin Getter Robo, which it was renamed to Shin Getter Robo as of Super Robot Wars 4.
Okay.
A new getter that might have the power to destroy the world. Stoner Sunshine happens. The power of the True Getter is beyond anything we have seen before. It seemingly has a mind of its own. It's evolving.
It has
It's
eyes.
seeping into the mind of the pilots and assimilating them. Guy gets driven mad.
Yeah.
Go starts hearing the voices of evolution. And then I don't know how to explain what happens in the rest of that manga, really. Dinosaurs happen. Go gets the secrets of the Getter Rays.
And
Secrets of like reality itself.
Yeah, the true nature of the Getter Rays, and is evolution even a good thing at all?
And then Mars gets
It's hard to
dunked
say.
on with energy melting the ice caps. Maybe life will start.
What did you guys think of Getter Robo Go?
So good, dude. This shit
Oh,
rocks.
I'm mixed.
What do you mix of it? Tell me
What's
about
got you mixed?
I really did not like the fucking turn where the fucking one of like two women in the main cast is like, I must have sex with the racist American man.
Well,
That
there's
is the turn my character has
racist
to go.
Women for the male characters to get into, you know?
I
There's
think-
like
I
the
think it's
really
incredible
rapey
that-
lesbian woman.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that really
you know.
sucks.
But I think it's kind of beautiful that Ken Ishikawa, predicted libertarian with Asian women.
That's what I'm saying the whole
No,
last time.
dude,
Like,
100%!
get it in one, dude. Like,
That was my
So-
fucking...
For context, I don't remember his full name. His name is Schwartz.
Yeah.
Something Schwartz.
Absolutely.
And he's the American pilot. And he goes on this massive rant about how he hates the Japanese, and then he starts ranking the minorities that he hates.
Yeah, it's
and then
crazy.
And then he says it should only be whites. We invented everything.
He's got
And then
he's got a
he
lot
sees
of ideas.
He sees a beautiful Japanese woman, and it's like, hold on.
Maybe I've been wrong this entire time. Wait a minute.
It is really
It's
sad.
crazy.
It is crazy. It's just kind of sad that, Show's arc is completed.
yeah.
She does the thing. She gets closure on her brother. It's just so unfortunate that she doesn't.
I
get much
appreciate, and maybe on a long enough time scale this would have happened, but I appreciate that she's still, like, doing shit, though. She's not like Chi-Chi in Dragon Ball. Like, she doesn't,
Yeah, like she's
yeah.
still
get
in
the
the
legs
background
cut out from
doing
her. She's
things.
like in the mech with Schwartz trying to fight the bad guys at the end, and like
Yeah.
the reason she's not in Poor is because she's not the Getter. I mean, like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
She
only
is replaced.
only the true Getter matters at that point because it is God and death all at once.
Yeah, because
It's
it is
so much.
the spirit of evolution, the rays that caused humanity to evolve from apes to begin with.
Yeah, that fucking page was crazy. Where like the Getter mech is below all of creation. It's like, whoa.
I mean,
Whoa,
I
dude.
think something about Get a Robo Go, and I don't think it's like perfect, but I do think this kind of starts this is where my belief that Ken Ishikawa was one of the greatest manga artists to ever live comes from.
Yeah,
Because
believe it.
I just one, I think his action has always been good, but I think in here it flows so fucking well.
See, I think I disagree. I like the art a lot, but I found it difficult to follow action a lot in Go.
I'm of a similar mind.
Yeah, a problem I did not have in G or the original, and I think it's because of the sheer amount of visual spectacle and detail. Like this thing,
There
looks
is like
so
a
good.
shit ton of detail in
And-
like every single panel.
And like I love the images, but it is difficult to follow them as action and movement. I do
No, I
wonder,
feel it.
however. I mean, I read this on my phone. I'm wondering if I got this like a nice printed copy that would have that issue, like a
If
little bit bigger
only.
pages, like that sort of thing. I do wonder if I would have the same issue because it looks gorgeous. I just don't think the action works particularly well.
I think it flows pretty well. I
Mhm.
think it there's just so much obviously everything is going by really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think what you need to understand from the action I think is very clear.
Mm-hmm.
I think the impact is very quick and easy. I think he does action very well. I do think he gets better from here. I think there's a little bit of growing pains to his new style.
Mm-hmm.
Especially I see it mostly in faces.
Yeah.
In this.
Yeah.
Some of the faces
women's faces were what was really getting me.
I think that's just gonna be there forever. That's something that Go Nagai also struggles with.
Which is fine. I think in essence it's mostly fine because the basis of that art style is founded on drawing a lot of men who look very different and then kind of just the one stock woman. He's trying. He's really trying.
I was gonna say
He does get some various one. He does. I mean, I think all of the women in this look different. I can tell who they are at a glance. And I think they're strong designs. I mean, I love Sho.
They're pretty sick.
I love how Sho looks.
Mm-hmm.
I love Kay. I think they're great. I mean, problematic lesbian character aside.
Yeah.
Visually striking though. She has a very specific
learning her
She-
deal made her robot make a lot more sense. I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
Her robot's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love all of the mechs really. I think they're all super fun in this. The True Getter is probably my favorite design in the series.
So good. Look, I love the Canadian mech, just big ass steamroller legs. I thought that
The big ass
ruled.
steamroller one. I also
I
think
knew you'd fucking love that one.
It's so good, dude.
It's
the
so
True
cool.
Getter is also one where seeing it in things is really good. Seeing it in animation because that chest piece is glowing green the entire time as the Getter rays are just pulsing through it.
I gotta buy that Super Robot Warfare 5. I should buy that.
5? Why not 30?
I'm not.
Why not 30? The one on Steam.
Is that not 5? I thought that was V.
No, the V is a different one.
I fucking hate this series. It is 30. You're right. God damn.
Yeah. 30th anniversary.
That sucks, dude. Oh, what a bummer.
I gotta buy this game.
It's I played a little bit of it. Pretty good. Has Uso Ellen in it.
I just want to look at all my
Oh,
friends.
all right.
But yeah, I mean, I think the True Getter is really good. Something else I appreciate. I think in general this has a much stronger supporting cast. This has a supporting cast.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
I mean, there are characters in Getter Robo and Getter Robo G, but they just don't do anything at all.
Yeah.
I think Guy is great. I really like Guy. He's a much better Getter 3
Definitely.
pilot than Benki is at least.
I
Yeah.
love Guy so much. Especially because he's kind of a background character that gets elevated out of that, because he's just a guy who loves the damn robot. He loves machines. It's okay, well, you should pilot this thing. You
I
obviously
really
have a
enjoyed-
passion for it.
He was always providing really, when he first got introduced, really interesting insight, and then as the series progressed, that wasn't written aside just so we could get more of our main boy. He was always a fixture, which was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he poor guy. He has a
Yeah.
hard time.
He gets
Near the end,
slurped by the fucking robot.
Yeah, he gets
Just goes
assimilated
insane.
into it, which is
Horrifying.
a lot more body horror.
Especially at the end.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Which I love.
Oh,
What the
I
fuck? Yeah, that was
love
sick.
that about it. I love that they're these living. I mean, we get pieces of that, slight pieces of that with
Mhm.
the human experimentation in Getter Robo.
Yeah.
But
this reminded me. Do you know the nationality robots, the body horror? Do you know if Del Toro is a Getter Robo fan?
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's because he's big on Ultraman. I know that.
He's big on Ultraman.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, in general, where was Del Toro from? Is he from
He's-
Chile?
I thought he was from Mexico. Am I?
I'm thinking of something else. Though. But I do not like Mazinger
Is huge. Yeah.
is huge over there. Like all of the Mazinger stuff. So
Oh,
and
really?
I do believe Getter is
Yeah, he's Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
Mazinger is huge over there. So I would believe that probably Getter has a stronger basis
Mhm.
there than it does here.
That's what I was
I had
thinking.
no
Like the
idea.
nationality robots was really making me think of like Pacific Rim. You know, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely
dude.
feels like
Fuck.
yeah, I was like, oh, there's like something there, and I'm like, I wonder if Del Toro's ever talked about Getter Robo. Like, I was really like, I wonder.
I would love to hear him talk about Getter Robo.
Can you imagine?
It's so unfortunate that that there's only ever been technically two, I guess. A few chapters of Getter Robo Go were printed as like comics, in like the 90s.
Oh.
But besides that, there's only ever been one officially released Getter manga in English,
That's fucked up. I mean,
and it's not
Damn.
even one
I feel
by
like-
Ken Ishikawa.
Saga would be such a good, just like translate it, pump that out because it's all in one package. People love that shit. Put it in a hardcover, like you get fucking
I mean, you
sales.
could do it. You could do like just like a few, like you could probably do it in like 3 or 4 like nice volumes,
Exactly.
and it would be incredible. And I think, yeah, I would kill for like an official release of Getter Robo.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate. It doesn't go too much into it, but I do appreciate that it is more political now. I think
Definitely.
it's more political, it's like more spiritual. I think this is trying to say things.
Yeah.
Ken has like thoughts.
Ken
he has a lot of
and
thoughts that
an
he's.
opinion, a position on the world. Like,
And I think it's interesting. I think
It is.
especially his like, cuz Getter and Getter Robo G pretty easy. I mean, really all of this, you can't really like do away with this
Mhm.
just based on the idea. Kind of inherently like a bit fascist in their
Oh, yeah.
like imaginary of how the world works.
mhm.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And I think the way it's interrogated from now on, really,
Mhm.
is super interesting. Where it's like, well, like this is scary. Like this shit is not good. Like,
Which
is obviously
it's it makes me think a lot of the position that I think of Worm has specifically of like, if we need superheroes, like if the world is broken in a world where you need superheroes, something is wrong. Like we're
Yeah,
past
like,
the point. Like,
Which
It is-
fascinating take to have. It's
Yeah.
fucking
I
so cool.
it's very, and then obviously a lot of spirituality comes in with this.
oh yeah.
Which I think is great. I think is really interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, there is a Buddha mech at one point.
Oh, it's
Oh, that
fucking. Oh my
shit
god,
rocks.
the mech that is like the face that does the illusions.
Yeah.
and shit.
love the
It's
face.
the fucking in Blame, the thing that's watching over the silicone life forms, and that killing blows up while
yeah.
eating the nutrient bars.
Oh, you're a genius.
I was like, holy shit, it's here!
I could 100% believe that Nihei is a big
Blame.
Ken Ishikawa fan.
Especially like the way the technology is like at the end is like in the body and like absorbing them into it. It's horrific and it's very Nihei. Like that's 100% the sort of thing you'd see in
Yeah.
these worlds.
But yeah, I really like Getter Robo Go. When I read, so how I initially read Getter Robo was like both of you. I had read Getter and Getter Robo G, and then I kind of stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I think I started Getter Robo Go, and I was like, this is longer than I want.
They're
to deal
long
with right now.
chapters, yeah.
They are long
I mean-
chapters. They go by pretty smooth.
Yeah, I don't think it's too
They
big.
go
of
by
an
pretty
issue.
quick.
You're looking at those pictures,
Um,
going, damn.
I read G and I was just like, this is kind of mid. I'm good.
Jeez.
G's unfortunate. And then I like months later, I was just like, oh man, like I should really finish Getter Robo, and I was like, just in general, not feeling the best. This is also when my sleep schedule was like
At its
incredibly
worst.
fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, I was on a biphasic sleep schedule where I would sleep from like 6 to 11, and then I would stay up till about 9
Uh-huh.
a.m. and then I would sleep for
Sucks.
another like 3 hours.
I
and then
did
would-
that for like most of senior year of high school.
It's bad.
I don't recommend
sucks,
it, dude.
But it was kind of nice to have so much time in like the morning where I just didn't have to like deal with another human being.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I was like, okay, yeah, like I'll start up reading Getter Robo Go, and I just like blew through it, and then I read Shin and Arc at the same time, and I think I spent the next week watching all of the Getter OVAs.
Fuck yeah.
So I just watched
That's-
like 30 episodes of anime right after that, just like hitting them down.
You were in the fucking sauce.
I was in there.
Having a good time.
I was having a great time. But I really love Go, and I love the rest of this year. I love Getter Robo.
You do
I don't know if
get
you
a
know.
Robo.
I do quite enjoy Getter Robo.
You're
I don't
fond
believe
of
it.
But like, yeah, what like in general, do you guys have any thoughts about this? Any bigger thoughts? Anything that you want to get out?
I mean, I think I end up having the most interest in the comic at the very end when it was just
Yeah.
it got insane.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this has become like just another mecha in my brain to okay, it's doing something. It's doing madness right now.
Yeah, the first like half is basically just more of the same.
Yeah.
It's like polished in different ways, like it's expanded and growing, but it's like just more Getter Robo shit.
Yes.
And then suddenly it's just like all this fucking shit. Which a lot of that, if you like that, again, check out Ideon.
Yeah.
Check out Ideon. That's
What is Ideon?
Ideon is a mecha by Yoshiyuki Tomino.
Oh, Space Runaway Ideon. Okay.
Yeah, Space Runaway Ideon. People always kind of present it as like, oh, it's like the Lovecraft mecha, which there's definitely like there's some pieces of that kind of make sense, but it's just the same basic ideas of like humanity becoming in control of powers beyond their comprehension.
Okay.
And the same thing where it's like the mech is more living than you'd like.
Oh.
Also has one of my favorite Tomino names in anything ever.
Oh yeah.
Kitty Kitten. A very important character. And basically for you James, basically Ideon's for Murasame.
Jesus Christ.
Hells yeah.
Very, very important. They rock. Love Kitty Kitten. Friend of the pod, Eve, used to have her as their icon for a long time.
Oh.
If you remember them having like a blue-haired anime girl.
Yeah.
That's where that came from. But I love Getter. And I'm interested to see how you guys... Do you guys know fucking anything about Getter going forward?
No, I didn't know anything about Getter basically
I don't know.
since we started.
dick.
Like, I don't know shit.
Don't look anything up. Just get there. I think we're mostly done here.
Yeah, I think we're.
I think this is. This is like the main reason I recommend people Getter is just like how crazy shit gets from here on out.
Okay.
This and onward. I think this goes down really smooth. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
You could do worse.
But
you could do a lot worse.
You could do a lot.
You
worse.
could do so much worse, dude. This is a great time. I had a
Tokyo
lot of fun.
Ghoul, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. Did you know James is a bad person and we need to kill him?
We need to get rid of him immediately.
That I think he fucking sucks, actually.
Oh, here's a complaint actually about Getter Robo Go. I don't think we saw the Getter Robo 3. I don't think we saw that once. 0 out of 10. I like.
We do see it I mean, we see the new Getter Robo 3. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't.
At like one point.
Maybe.
We definitely see all of them at one point. We don't get enough of it though.
Exactly,
I do agree.
Exactly. It's mostly the 1 and a little bit of the 2.
Also, I think it's so fucking funny that Benkei just doesn't show up.
Nah.
Yeah! Where the
Ken understands. He died
Where
off
the fuck
screen.
is the rat boy? Where'd he go?
I think...
Dear Rat Boy.
Who could forget? Who could forget Dear Rat Boy? But
My ass,
truly,
I was like, oh fuck, I forgot.
When Ryoma returns,
Losing
when
my
he
mind.
shows back up,
I was so happy.
I'm popping the fuck off, and then it just becomes a completely different manga.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
I'm hooting and I'm hollering. I'll be real. I'm having a
Like
great
damn
fucking...
seal.
I do really appreciate, I think,
Who amongst us?
giving Hayato the role of Satome is really interesting.
It's so interesting.
Yes!
Where, you know, he goes from being this rebellion. I mean, he stages a coup against a politician when we first meet him.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
To being a government man, and like you see Go. Also, we were, but I want to talk about Go for a little bit.
Yeah,
'cause I think
definitely.
Go is really good. And Go really like starts to make him like question like who he's going to become, if he's going to like keep the spirit of his youth, this rebellious nature, or you know just kind of do the government thing. And I think that's a real good thing for Hayato. I think Go fucking rocks.
Yeah, he's so
a great
fucking
main
cool.
character. I think he's such a good main character, and he's just. I mean, Ryoma's awesome. Ryoma's great. Love Ryoma. Very simple person.
Oh yeah, he you know, one dimensional. Although
Not a lot going on.
I
up
do
there.
like that this manga adds a little wrinkle that he is not paying his bills. He is running a dojo. He is not paying his bills.
I mean,
But, you know,
so
really
I'm,
good.
I'm not
Fucking
going
rad.
there to collect that debt.
No.
You know,
Yeah, who the
if
fuck
I'm-
is, dude?
If I'm the salary man who's sent to collect the debt from Ryoma Nagare, I'm not doing it. I'm like, sorry. He kills people with his hands.
Yeah, really.
He makes a dinosaur's head explode by punching
dinosaurs!
it really hard. I think about
dinosaurs,
fuck
dude.
dinosaurs so much.
Yeah.
I forgot that it wasn't the like actual thing. I think about it so much that I just like forgot that it wasn't wasn't just a normal thing.
I'll put it out there. I've known about fuck dinosaurs for years. I
I
had
think
no
I've
idea
sent
it was
it
from
to you
Getter.
multiple times.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude.
It's so
Fucking
good.
Yeah.
You have the
Oh, man.
shrews.
Shrew you is so good. What a good joke.
Oh, sucks.
I meant to find
In hell.
I meant to find this this picture, this edit of that insane rant that Schwartz goes on. Oh, also, I love how fucking shitty Go is to Schwartz all the time.
Oh, they
I
fucking
love how
hate
he just
each
keeps,
other.
like,
Which it's great. Thank
he
God.
just keeps going at him.
And then I like at
Oh.
the end when he makes not Go, he makes Schwartz and show kiss. Like, come on, get it over with. Like,
For fuck's sake.
come
also
on,
like
last
that, like-
chance.
I love Schwartz flipping off, flipping them off afterwards.
Pretty
Uh,
It's
good.
great.
Oh, another thing that makes
Oh.
me think Robo is big on Pacific Rim. Schwartz and like the guy that works with him are the Australian guys from Pacific Rim. Also, like very
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
super similar
Absolutely.
dynamic. Yeah.
But I wanted to find this edit of Schwartz where it replaces all the things he's saying with that John K rant about Fooly Cooley.
Oh my god, I think it's either you or
That's so good.
Phoebe has sent that to me before.
It's fucking incredible. Where he's just like, when he's like he's leaning forward and he's like, it's technically brilliant, but it's cold as ice.
The Japanese are cold
Jesus.
people.
It's fucking crazy.
What a fucking
It fits
scumbag.
so well.
Hellish.
John K's a bad
hellish
guy.
shit.
Sucks ass.
Yeah, it goes great. He is in Get a Robo Armageddon a lot.
Yeah.
The OVA.
Oh.
Which I wouldn't recommend checking out. So all of the
Oh.
Getter OVAs, I would recommend checking it out at some point. I just wouldn't recommend checking it out until at least you finished Shin.
Okay.
Alright.
I think that's pretty important. In general, I just think it's kind of more interesting to watch the OVAs after you have like a full
You have all of it
knowledge
in your head.
of the Getters. But I would say that like I'm pretty sure Get a Robo Armageddon came out after Shin in between arc. He all of those things kind of change things about it, and they're all really fun. I'll probably talk more about all of the other pieces of Getter media in the next episode. Just kind of run down on what they all are. And if I think they're worth engaging with, then, or you can tell me. We're gonna do
a smash or pass on
on all the Get a Robo spin-off manga. And...
Fucking finally, been waiting for this.
But yeah, that's more or less everything I've got to say about it. I think I'm really excited to see what you guys think of Shin and Arc.
Yeah, dude.
I'm excited to see what I think about it.
I forgot to say this. I was after we finished G, I really wanted to read Go. I was like itching for it, Then I was so sad when I had to wait, for us to record. And then same thing with this, where I was like, I just want to read Shin now. I want to know what's going on there.
It's really good. We'll get there. We'll be there.
Some strange shit.
Some stuff going on.
We're gonna do it. All right. Do we have an email?
We have no mail, although I'm going to take this time. I actually want to do this at the top of the show, but I forgot. Oops. Friend of the pod, Chloe, has started a new podcast, and I have not gotten a chance to listen to it yet because I haven't driven.
What? When did this happen?
A few days ago?
Couple days ago.
Talking about? You are in the same places where I am, where I saw this.
I've been busy. I don't remember this.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. It is called Tales from the Stack, a comic book podcast. You can find it at Tales from the Stack on Blue Sky. It's on Spotify. Oh! It's on everything, really. You just search it, you'll find it. Chloe is our friend and is on it, along with other people who I don't know, named Jake and Denim. I'm certain they're delightful. And they're talking about what comics they're reading. Usually it seems to be about 1 or 2 issues per episode, and it's very similar to the top of this show, where we're just chit-chatting. Seems to be the energy, but specifically on comics. Chloe is somebody whose taste I trust more than I trust my own at this point.
Implicitly,
she is a woman of pure taste. I highly recommend this, even without listening yet, because I know you'll come away a better person. I'd say.
When I wanted to get into American comics, the first person I came to was it's gotta be Chloe. And Chloe gave me the fucking hookup on 3 different superheroes I've gotten into. She's the best.
Yeah. I once asked her how to get into Transformers comics, and she gave me an essay, and I have failed her by reading none of them. But there was a lot of very good information that I have not acted on, and I feel bad about.
I've read an obscene amount of the Wolverine she has sent me, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm very thankful for it, because Wolverine's super cool.
Yeah, she's good.
It's great.
So yeah, Tales from the Stack. Go find it. It's everywhere from what I can tell. It'll be worth your time, I'm certain. And that is the show. You can follow us on Blue Sky at Bog Frog Pod. You can email us at You can email us at bogfrogbookpod@gmail.com. You can check out our other show, Covered in Worms, which should be having a new episode any day now. Any day.
Yes. Any day now.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
I want it out so bad. I'm so sorry. For all the people who've been waiting on that, who've been talking to me about it.
We dropped the ball.
We fucked up so bad.
I hit my head really hard, and I forgot what worm was.
He's been rereading it so slowly. I hate him. Kill Seth.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, guys. It happens.
It'll come out. It'll happen, and it'll be great. Check out that show, Covered in Worms, on Tumblr. That's where you can send questions if you'd like. Or you can, listen to it everywhere and anywhere. Rate us on Apple and wherever you can do that. Spotify has a rating
Apple,
feature.
Spotify, like us and subscribe on YouTube, which our Covered in Worm stuff doesn't get uploaded there.
Does it not? I thought I set that up. Well. Oh well.
It hasn't. Well, I guess there hasn't been.
There hasn't been an episode since we didn't because it doesn't upload the backlog. Yeah. It's fine. We'll figure that out eventually. These are on YouTube.
It happens.
Though. Hello, YouTube. Leave a comment, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.
Hit the bell. And next time we'll be reading Shin Get a Robo and Get a Robo Arc. Till then.
Finishing off the Getter Robo saga.
And then reading some short stories for a little bit, I assume.
Yeah, and then we'll do a few mini episodes, and then we'll also get to know what Ren wants us to read.
Yeah.
I hope I'll get to know that too.
Well, you got plenty of time, and so do you,
Yeah,
dear
plenty of
listener. Goodbye.
See ya.
Goodbye.